Aspire to a clean career, leaving no shame for descendants. Hello everyone. Welcome to Encountering Chinese Case Stories, Cases Judged by Bao Gong. Today, I'm going to bring you a story called A Woman Dressed in Red. In Jiangzhou, there were two salt merchants, one named Bao Xun and the other named Jiang Yu. Both were very skilled in business and frequently interacted with other merchants, knowing many people. Although the two salt merchants had a good relationship, Jiang Yu was deceitful, while Bao Xun was known for his honesty. Bao Xun's integrity in business earned him the support of other salt merchants, making him wealthy. He married Huang Shi, the daughter of the Huang family, and they had a son named Bao Cheng. Bao Cheng had a strong passion for hunting, and despite his parents' repeated concerns for his safety, they couldn't control him. One day, Bao Cheng went hunting with his servant Wanan. He spotted a yellow warbler on a tree in Elder Pan's garden and shot it with an arrow. The bird fell into the garden. At that time, Elder Pan's granddaughters were playing in the garden. Bao Cheng asked Wanan to retrieve the warbler, but Wanan hesitated. Irritated, Bao Cheng demanded, "Why haven't you gone in to get the warbler?" Wanan explained, "There are many women in the garden, how can I dare to enter? I'll go in after they leave." Bao Cheng then waited in a nearby pavilion. At noon, when the women had left, Wanan climbed over the wall to search for the warbler but couldn't find it. He came out and reported to Bao Cheng that the warbler might have been taken by the women. Bao Cheng was furious and struck Wanan with a punch, causing Wanan's nose to bleed. He also scolded Wanan severely. Wanan dared not speak and had to follow Bao Cheng home, not daring to tell Bao Xun about the incident. Huang Shi, seeing Wanan's bleeding nose, asked, "Did you go hunting with Bao Cheng today?" Wanan remained silent and didn't answer. Huang Shi pressed him further, and Wanan eventually recounted the events. Angrily, Huang Shi said to Bao Cheng, "Children of other families at your age are staying at home to study, making their parents proud with their academic achievements. You, on the other hand, are a disappointment, causing trouble everywhere and even injuring your own family." Infuriated, Huang Shi ordered the servants to kill Bao Cheng's hunting dogs, destroy all his hunting gear, and expel him from the house, forbidding him from returning. Bao Cheng, however, blamed Wanan for the incident and harbored a grudge, vowing to find an opportunity to take revenge one day. But after a long time, Bao Cheng couldn't find a chance and had to bury his resentment. As for Jiang Yu, although he was also a salt merchant, he was not trustworthy, which led his business to deteriorate. Eventually, he became so poor that he couldn't afford to marry. Jealous of Bao Xun's wealth, Jiang Yu plotted to seize his assets. One day, Jiang Yu devised a plan and went to Bao's house, calling out, "Is Brother Bao at home?" Just as Bao Xun returned home, he was very pleased to see Jiang Yu and asked his wife, Huang Shi, to prepare a feast for their guest. Jiang Yu and Bao Xun sat together drinking and discussing business. Jiang Yu laughed heartily and said, "I have a big business opportunity, but I'm currently short of silver. I came to discuss it with you, brother. Bao Shun asked, "What kind of business?" Jiang Yu replied, "There is a big merchant in Suzhou who has 100 chests of silk brocade. Due to the large quantity, he hasn't been able to sell them. Now he is ready to lower the price. If I can get 100 gold pieces as capital, I can purchase this batch of goods. The quality is excellent, and if we wait for the right price, the future profits could be more than 100 times the investment." Bao Shun, who also loved wealth, agreed to invest in this business with Jiang Yu. They arranged to meet the next day at the river mouth and go to Suzhou together. After the banquet, Jiang Yu took his leave. After Jiang Yu left, Bao Shun told his wife, Huang Shi, about the plan. Huang Shi disagreed. However, Bao Shun insisted on going, took out 100 gold pieces as capital, and instructed his servant, Wanan, to carry the luggage and mentioned that because he was carrying a heavy load, he would be slower, so Wanan should follow later. The next morning, Bao Shun set off with the money. As he approached the river mouth, it was just getting light. Jiang Yu, along with his servant Zhou Fu and 2 nephews, had already prepared food and drinks at the ferry and was waiting for Bao Shun. Upon Bao Shun's arrival, they took him aboard the boat. Jiang Yu said, "It's still early, and the river is shrouded in mist, making it impossible to sail. Let's have a few drinks first before setting off." Bao Shun, unable to refuse, drank several cups of wine and began to feel intoxicated. Jiang Yu continued to urge Bao Shun to drink more. Bao Shun said, "It's not good to drink too much so early. I can't drink anymore." Jiang Yu complained, "I'm doing this out of kindness. Why are you still refusing?" With that, Jiang Yu took out a scale from his sleeve and struck Bao Shun with it. Bao Shun was hit on the head and immediately fell unconscious on the deck. Jiang Yu's 2 nephews then came forward, bound Bao Shun, and killed him. They also stole Bao Shun's money and threw his body into the river. Soon after, Wanan arrived at the river mouth carrying the luggage but did not see Bao Shun. He waited until noon and asked around, but everyone said they hadn't seen Bao Shun. Wanan had no choice but to return home and tell Huang Shi, "I don't know which way the master went. I didn't encounter him along the way, so I had to come back." Huang Shi felt uneasy upon hearing this. A few days later, when Huang Shi heard that Jiang Yu had returned, she sent someone to inquire about her husband's whereabouts. Jiang Yu told the messenger, "That day, after waiting for a long time without seeing Bao Shun, I left alone by boat." Huang Shi was extremely anxious and sent people out every day to search for her husband, but there was no news. Bao Cheng, learning about the situation from another estate, guessed that the wicked servant Wanan must have murdered his father and returned with the luggage to cover his tracks. Bao Cheng then wrote a complaint and filed it with Magistrate Wang. Upon receiving the complaint, Magistrate Wang had Wanan arrested and brought to the court for interrogation. Wanan pleaded desperately for himself, but Bao Cheng accused him of being a scheming servant who had coveted Bao Shun's wealth for years and must have been the one who killed Bao Shun. Magistrate Wang, without further investigation, believed Bao Cheng's claims and subjected Wanan to severe torture. Unable to endure the brutal punishment, Wanan falsely confessed to killing Bao Shun. Magistrate Wang was very satisfied and imprisoned him, preparing to close the case. That winter, Emperor Renzong ordered Bao Gong to review and handle all cases nationwide that had been sentenced to death. Wanan was sent to the capital for further questioning. Upon reviewing Wanan's case file, Bao Gong saw that Wanan was weeping and detailed the events. Bao Gong thought, if Wanan really killed someone in broad daylight, how could there be no witnesses? And if he intended to rob, he would have fled after taking the money, so why would he return to Bao's house with the luggage? This case has many doubts. Thinking this, Bao Gong instructed the jailer to remove Wanan's iron chains and let him stay in the prison temporarily. Bao Gong then secretly sent a constable, Li Ji, to investigate the case at Bao's house in Jiangzhou. He also instructed Li Ji, if anyone asks about Wanan's judgment, tell them he has already been executed. Li Ji followed the instructions and went to Jiangzhou. After Jiang Yu obtained Bao Shun's money, he quickly became wealthy. However, he remained uneasy upon hearing that Wanan had been declared the murderer of Bao Shun. He often worried that the officials investigating the case might believe Wanan's statements. After much restless thinking, Jiang Yu dreamt of a deity who told him, "You have become rich by taking Bao Shun's money and causing Wanan to suffer an unjust fate. Soon, a woman dressed in red will expose this matter, so you must be cautious." Jiang Yu woke up from the dream and kept it in mind. More than a month later, a woman dressed in red came to Jiang Yu with 50,000 strings of cash to buy salt. Jiang Yu immediately became alert, personally welcomed the woman to his home, warmly entertained her, and presented her with generous gifts. The woman said, "We don't know each other, so why are you giving me such expensive gifts?" Jiang Yu replied, "It is rare for you to visit my shop, so I must treat you well. If you need salt, I will give it to you without charge." The woman said, "My husband sells fish at the river mouth, and I'm here to buy salt for preserving unsold fish. If you won't accept money, I don't want to be indebted. I'll go somewhere else to buy it." Jiang Yu had to accept her money as requested and pack twice the amount of salt. As the woman was about to leave, Jiang Yu's servant, Zhou Fu, accidentally spilled a basin of dirty water onto her red dress. The woman was very angry, and Jiang Yu apologized on behalf of the servant, saying, "My servant was careless, please forgive us. I will compensate you for the cost of the dress." The woman, still fuming, left angrily. Jiang Yu, both worried and angry, had Zhou Fu bound and beat him for 2 days before releasing him. Zhou Fu, feeling resentful, went straight to Bao's house and told Huang Shi everything about Jiang Yu's murder of Bao Shun. Huang Shi was furious and was about to report to the authorities when Li Ji arrived at Bao's house seeking to meet her. Li Ji falsely claimed to have come from Dongjing and, having heard that the Bao family was a benevolent household, requested financial assistance due to a lack of travel funds. Huang Shi asked Li Ji. Since you've come from Dongjing, do you know how Wanan is doing? Li Ji lied, saying, he has already been sentenced. Huang Shi, upon hearing this, wept bitterly. Li Ji asked why she was crying, and Huang Shi said, I only now know who killed my husband. But now my servant, Wanan, is innocent yet has to pay with his life for my husband's death. Realizing the situation, Li Ji revealed that he was a constable under Bao Gong and had come to investigate Wan An's case. Huang Shi quickly gave Li Ji 10 taels of silver and instructed him to take Zhou Fu to Dongjing that very night to plead Wan An's case. Bao Gong, upon meeting Zhou Fu and clarifying the case, dispatched constables to Jiangzhou to arrest Jiang Yu and his 2 nephews for interrogation in the capital. Facing the evidence, Jiang Yu confessed to everything he had done. The case was concluded with the 3 criminals imprisoned and soon to be executed. Wanan was exonerated and had all the stolen money returned to Bao's family. Zhou Fu was rewarded for his valuable information and sent away with silver. The case of Bao Shun was thus resolved. Alright. Today's case story, A Woman Dressed in Red, concludes here. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments and share with others. See you again in the next issue.